Well, good morning. It is a rather cloudy, kind of cruddy day. Just dumped a bale of hay in this morning when it was still dark out. Well, 6:15 it was, I guess we'll say it was dawn, okay? I don't know what the correct word for in between the transition from light into, or dark into light would be, but it was at that time. We need to do is go down to the brown building down there, and we need to get the wagons out, so that way when it comes time to harvest oats, not too many guys fart around with oats, but it is what it is. We do, and that's how we do it on the farm. And what oats does to cattle is it provides them with energy. You mix it in with the feed, so you got the hay that makes their gut work, their rumen, okay? Cows graze off of hay, graze off of grass, okay? Then you got the corn that provides, you know, the main nutrients. Then you have oats that provides energy, and that is what cows need to live. So I'm going to take one of these two tractors down. I am going to pull tandems down the road because, well, depending how far I have to set out in the middle of the road, or at the edge of the road I should say, we'll just see what happens. Worst comes to worst, I could always bring the tandems up, and then, or else just get them one at a time. I haven't decided on that part yet. It also depends on how far or how close the cows are to the, it also depends on how close the cows are to the road too, whether I can let the gate open or not to pull tandems down the road. So I was told on this 3010 this morning that the reason why you have to excite the alternator above 1500 RPM is because of the small pulley on the alternator. You put a bigger pulley on it and it won't have to work as hard. And it looks like maybe there is a small pulley on it. The smaller the pulley, the harder it has to work to charge the battery. We're gonna go a different route with them wagons since we got the bridge fixed all back there. We're gonna not make an excuse to why we can't pull tandems. So we got the wagons all hooked up. I had to hug that fence in order to get that back wagon to clear that corner of the building, so I didn't take out the corner of the building and make a mess. But we got them all hooked up, and it's just easier to pull tandems rather than just fart around with singles one at a time. It would be different if the wagons didn't have hitches on the back end of them, but these came from manufacturer with hitches already on them. I believe this back one too has a hitch on it, and it does. So no matter what wagon you put first, they both have a towable structure to pull from. Every time I come down to this building, well, that's great. Darn cows. Oh my gosh. Nice plastic one got destroyed. I keep saying I'm gonna bring some bolts down and bolt the thing on here. Maybe we'll do that. We'll come back for that later. Where's that one? Oh, bent. Oh well. It is what it is. And the wagons themselves have SMV signs already on them from when we bought them. So we're good to go. So instead of the gate being right there in that wallow hole where it's a low spot, we decided that we would put the gate up the hill just a little bit, so we didn't have to screw around in that mud hole. Every time we wanted to go get a piece of farm equipment, we could keep this area nice and dry in through here. Took and dumped some grindings in here. You guys probably remember that always used to blow out all the time. Well, it shouldn't anymore because we dumped asphalt grindings in here. And asphalt grindings is just basically old asphalt from roads that have been when they repave roads and that. Well, we got the wagons up here. We are checking the wind in them, so that way when we load them with oats, with soybeans, with corn, that we do not have a tire failure. It is always good to get in the habit of checking the wind in your tires before you send them out to do a job, or with any piece of equipment. You always want to check the wind in your tires. So we got the tire pressures all checked in all 8 of these tires. This wagon for some reason had 70 pound of air in it in all 4 tires. I should have put 70 in it after I checked this one, but as you can see here, there's dry cracks. Okay, that's from old age. These are the original tires. They've never been swapped out with anything different, and instead of putting 70 pound of air that was in these tires, I just felt it was better to go 60 pound air. just because of the age. These tires didn't hardly have any dry rot on them. But got that all done. It is starting to drizzle, says the asphalt. Okay, so what a good practice is, look and open these doors so that way the water runs out the bottom of them, and then we will make sure that they're closed before we go to fill them with grain. So that way the water doesn't set in the bed, make the bed wet from all the standing water in it, and then we have a issue to deal with. It's just better to do all this stuff now rather than later. So I'm gonna try something I've never tried before since Farmer Pete set me up putting them rakes there. I was going to put the wagons there, but I don't know if this can be done or not. I think I have enough room to do what needs done. Well, darn radar don't show nothing, but I'm getting an occasional drip every 5 seconds or so. Can't mow hay with it kind of drizzling. You could, but you couldn't. I don't see the point in mowing hay to just have downed hay getting rained on. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. That's just how I feel. So I don't know what the heck to do. Maybe it's not a good day to mow hay. So I'm over here in the building. I need to move this trailer. Or you know what? I could just make my life easy. Start all these antique tractors because I need started anywho. Pull them all out of the way. And get after which ones that need gotten after, which is that B in a 720. Either or, I haven't decided yet. It's a good thing I came over here to check we're charged up on the B. So I guess I will start working my way backwards. Put a battery tender on this M. Put a battery tender on the 300. And we'll put a trickle charger on the little Cub. So I was gonna start all them antiques, or I mean, yeah, they need started anyhow. I was going to, yeah, I was going to just get a truck, pull the gooseneck trailer out somewheres out here in the driveway, and then get my tractor out and then push the trailer back in. But I was like, you know what, there's enough room to get what tractor I need out, and they all need started anyhow, so Why can't we just do it that way? I missed it. That, how in the world does it take minutes for a calf before it can start standing? But yet, a human baby, it takes months. I don't know. I hope it finds where the milk is so we don't have to... Shoot. Worst came to worse. Come on, if I could just see you eat. Well, it takes some time to figure it out. Okay, so don't you do that. I was gonna go slide that door shut. Ah, you dirty, rotten bugger, you. She could turn on me. That's why I'm... Cappy, don't come near me. Oh, crap. Not what I wanted to have happen. Well, the time has come. It is done raining. The time has come that we can no longer get any more feed out of the feed cart. So I must somehow figure out how to get my way up there. And I don't remember making it this tight. Actually, I know we didn't. Oh boy. Because this is, well, I don't know, was it this tight? I don't remember. But I guess it is what it is. And, you know, well, we're out of feed, okay? Hold the door open like that, and we'll shovel feed down. And that's what you have to do when no more feed will fall down the chute on its own. You have to come up here and manually place it in the hopper, but it's part of what has to be done in order to get grain down to the feed cart to feed the cows. Well, it has ceased raining, but it has made a muddy mess out of things, and it looks like we might be mowing hay tomorrow. And it looks like he at least got the field opened up before it started raining, so that way I can continue operation. We're just going to concentrate on one field at a time and probably run it at about 3.5 miles an hour or so. We don't need to be like these big time YouTubers who fly through the fields at what? Anything above 5 miles an hour. Okay? Because at them speeds with a disc bind, or, well, I know for a fact the hay bind won't handle it, but with a disc bind, I've heard you can do 10 miles an hour with them things. Nah, not us. We don't want to do a bad job of mowing hay. We don't want to rip the hay out of the ground. We want to cut it out of the ground. Okay? That's why we don't go fast. Well, would you believe that? It rained an inch yesterday and all of that. Maybe a little more in some spots, a little less in others. I'll go start up here and open this up here. I think I'm gonna start right here. Work my way counterclockwise in this little area here, and then that way I can get this little area wide enough, like I said, to where if I have, when I start traveling without being in the range of or motion of turning, then that way I can work over there. Actually, my spot is up here where he cut it in half that way. I'll work a little bit up there, then work my way back this way. I've always wanted to try and open a field up just to see if I was any good at it. Well, not to see if I was any good at it, but because it needs done. That is too tight to make that turn there, so what I have to do is run down here and make another round, and then I can see if I can go to the right, or yeah, to the right, and just like that. Takes what, 2, 3, 4, 4 rounds, 5 passes before you can start going counterclockwise. So I was going to mow hay most of the day, but I got pulled away to do other stuff. So, oh, that is how that is going to go. And this is going back on the round baler. Fun when you play, you know, let's throw everybody around and just, yeah. Well, it is getting towards oats harvesting season, so yeah, I'd like to know what all this grunting's about this tractor does. I don't know, I just run it. Much easier on the eyeballs to hook the thing underneath the skylight. So much easier to see what you are doing. The worst thing I hate about hooking things up after it rains is the piece of equipment you're trying to hook up sinks in the ground, I only need just like not even a ½ inch and I'm hooked up. Oh my goodness. I just need a ½ inch. If that. Oh my goodness, come on. You're so close. Good grief. Got it all hooked up. Tried to lose a finger or a hand while we were doing it, but it is what it is. I always forget about this darn thing back here. There. Now we are hooked up.